So we'll go on with our live entertainment without...
Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joe Lockett. It is 18 minutes after the hour. You guys are locked into your favorite evening ride, man. When I tell you today, this week has been a busy week. It's been busy. What's going on, Christy? How y'all doing out there on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok? I'm back in the building. Man, we got so much stuff coming for. Hey, Bridget, how y'all doing? Let's see what we got. We got Black Moon in the building. We got SB something. What's that? What's Lady J is in the building? Hey, how y'all going out there? I don't know. It said something about I guess we're live on Facebook. Okay, Facebook it picked up now. Okay, cool. So we're live everywhere now. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Just got back in the building. Had to run and get here. But hey, I'm glad to be here with you guys today. How y'all doing? Everybody ready for a great show today? Nephew is out today. He decided since I wasn't gonna be here yesterday, I guess he said, bruh. Yeah, I am not coming to work today. No, he actually has some stuff to do, y'all. But hey, thank y'all. How did y'all enjoy Nephew yesterday? Did y'all have fun? Sorry I couldn't be here yesterday, but you know, events kept. Hey, Rachel, how's it going? You doing good? You doing good? Lady J is in the building. K is in the building. Lady Brandy's in the building. How you doing, ladies? Let's see, Shaw, how you doing? How's it going? How's it going? Who else we got out here? Let's see. We got Jay Wilson. What's going on, big dog? Who else we got? We got brothers out there I see. KJ2, okay. And also, okay, y'all hitting the like button. Lady J bust the big thing right there. I appreciate that. Tams is in the building. How you doing, Tams with the yams? How you doing, baby? Sweet mom. How you doing, sweet mama? 88, what is this? Golden? Cleopatra's in the building. I think I know who that is. Amy, how's it going? All right, guys, I am back today. I'm glad you guys are locked into your favorite eating right. How you guys doing? So let me ask you a question before I get into the show. What did Nephew talk about yesterday? D, what's up, baby? How you doing? How's it going? Man, let me tell y'all, today's show is going to be off the chain. Actually going to be about some stuff, tough conversations. And I had a tough conversation. I didn't see anyone on. I wasn't on, they was on Facebook and Instagram, y'all, yesterday. TikTok is on my phone, so I was not here. So that's why if you just watch, if you only watch us on TikTok, you didn't see us yesterday. But if I'm not on, usually if I'm not here, Nephew is doing the show or Denise will be doing the show. So just go to Facebook or Instagram or YouTube and watch the show from there. My bad, y'all. But yesterday was just some things that was, we couldn't schedules. My schedule just ran. I didn't get finished with what I was doing until about 6 or 7 o'clock last night. So yeah, I was busy. But like I said, if you're on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, just go to either one of those and go to like a show, and the show would be going on from there. I just won't be there, but one of the team members or both of them will be here doing the show. So all you guys can always catch the show. 9 times out of 10, there will be somebody doing the show, even if it's not me. But anyway, we're in the building. But I want to have a tough conversation Tuesday. And I really want to talk to the people that's out there. If you're married, if you're not married, it's okay. But what do we do with our kids, right? Married, not married, divorced, single mom, single dad. What do we do with our kids? What are the conversations we're having with our kids? I want to get into that today. And also I want to say, I didn't get a chance yesterday, but I think Tam's daughter's birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday to Tam's daughter. Happy birthday, young lady. Wishing you nothing but many more. She has a lovely husband and a lovely family. Tam's have a lovely family up there in Tennessee. Congratulations to everybody up there. And happy birthday from the Joe Lockett Show and Joe Lockett crew there. So happy birthday to Tam's daughter. So everybody, if y'all got time, just say hello to Tam's and say happy birthday to her daughter. My birthday, I think, was yesterday or Sunday, but I think it was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. But happy birthday, baby girl. Wishing nothing but the best. Now, let's get into this. I want to talk about this right here, about our kids. A lot of times, on this show, we talk about living our life, living our best life, what we gonna do if I don't find the right man, I don't find the right woman. We talking about all that stuff. And everybody got bravado. Everybody got a lot to say about what they're gonna take, what they're not gonna take, including me. I know. Where are my cameras? I got a bunch of cameras right here. I know. It's me too. But Tough Conversation Tuesday, America. On the Digital Airways, the Joe Lockett Show, brought to you by Lockett In Media. We're gonna have a real one today, and I want you guys to chime in, share the video out there with me. What about these kids? Around 2 o'clock this morning, which would be about 3 o'clock, but 3 or 4 o'clock long. It was 1 o'clock. It was 1 o'clock this morning. I called my daughter, Sabrina, my oldest daughter, to check on her, which will put it at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon for them the next day. And so I called my daughter. She answers the phone. And lo and behold, my youngest daughter is there visiting her older sister. So they're both in the same room. And that hasn't happened in a long time. I used to talk to them individually because my youngest daughter has her own place and my oldest daughter has her own place. But yesterday I got a chance to talk to both of my daughters in the same room as grown women. How many parents know where I'm about to go with this? Y'all share the video out there, man, because I'm twice divorced. Or if you're single, if you're divorced, if you're going through a divorce, you may want to lock it into the show right here. All right. I saw my daughters there, and this conversation. Have you ever had a conversation with your kids and it wasn't planned? You didn't think about having that kind of conversation with your babies. Now, my oldest daughter is 31. My youngest daughter is 21. Right. And I said, hey, baby girl, how y'all doing? So on and so on. We talking, right? Ask them how their day was. They're like, they surprised I called, yada, 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 yada. And then I don't know where this came from, y'all. Tough Conversation right here on the Joe Lockett Show. I saw my daughters. I want you guys to understand what I just said. I saw them. I felt them. They was there. And then we got into the conversation. I was like, okay, so when, because we've been working on dates. So when are y'all coming, right? And then my youngest told me September, and they gave me the dates. I've waited 20 years for this, right? And so I was telling them, I said, hey, when y'all get here, I'm gonna take you to go meet your uncle. We're gonna do these different things. I got a lot of stuff I want to tell you guys about, and we got some things set up. And the conversation started. Any of y'all parents know what I'm talking about? Any of y'all parents have been there with your kids, right? And a conversation, it comes from out of nowhere. But you grasp the moment and you have that conversation with your babies. Like I said last night, this morning, I saw my daughters, and I really saw my daughters. And while I'm looking at them on the camera, like I'm looking at you guys are looking at me, I saw something different. It's like, these are my kids. This is what I'm leaving behind once I leave this world. And they're willing to spend some time with me and talk to me, even after I wasn't there like I should have been. Y'all don't feel what I'm saying right now, though, because maybe some of y'all have been really great parents. I wasn't the best parent. But yesterday, Sabrina and Selena was holding on to my every word. They wasn't on their phones, or they wasn't trying to do other things or getting up, leaving. They were talking to me, interested in what are they doing and happily planning the trips. And I'm sitting there and I saw my daughters. I saw them for real. Like, these are my seed. And out of nowhere, I told my daughters, I'm very proud of you. And I want you to know your dad loves you. And like, we love you too, Dad. And I said, no, I want you to understand, right? I'm very proud of you. No matter what you do in life, I'm proud of you. And I love you, right? And they're like, why are you saying this, Dad? And I'm thinking to myself, what, Joe, what the hell are you about to do? And I went into like daddy mode, man. I went into like protection over, his babies. And I just started talking to my daughters, man, like, I'm so proud of what you've become and the things you accomplish. Have y'all had this conversation? Because maybe I'm just talking to myself right now. Maybe some of y'all don't understand what I'm saying here, right? I started to have this conversation with my daughters to tell them, even though they're grown, how proud of them I am. They went through high school, they went through elementary school, got good grades, didn't get pregnant. And then I also proceeded to tell them how great their mom was for loving them and keeping the bond strong between the families. Then I went a step deeper on the Tougher Conversations Tuesday on the Joe Lockett Show. Parents, if you're parents, you need to come in here because I want to know, have y'all done this, right? I want to know this. Hey, Rachel. And so some just kept talking to me like, no more lies, no more secrets. No more lies, no more secrets, right? And I started talking to my babies and I was like, I want y'all to know some stuff. When y'all get here, I got some things I need to show you, some things we need to set up and some things I need to make sure that you guys understand because you live overseas and everything that's going to be left to you. But I need you to understand what I'm thinking and how I want it to be done. And my daughters like got really close to the camera and like, maybe they're thinking I was seriously like, their face was looking like, is Dad going to die? Is he about to pass away or something? And I felt that and I'm like, I'm okay. But like I told them last night, it's like, we have to have this conversation. And I told them, I don't want any more lies. I don't want any secrets in the family anymore. Because y'all know when we grew up, y'all generation, every family got some kind of secret, some kind of lie, some kind of subject that you can't touch. And then the next generation goes on and they kind of left with a hole in their heart. They're left with a hole in their life and they don't know how to talk to their own kids because when the kids started asking about before, you don't know because your parents kept it a secret. And so I started to talk to my kids, and I'm not going to tell you everything that I said, but I started to talk to my kids about the family secrets. And I started to tell my kids why certain things are the way they are. And I started to explain to them, that I want to be better, but I haven't done the best. I started to talk to them about all the different things that I got wrong. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? I told my kids, and I started to tell them everything that I got wrong, how I screwed things up, how when they were born, what I was thinking and what I was looking at. And I even went deeper. Do y'all do this with your kids? Because I told my kids I was selfish. Your mom took the responsibility. Your mom was the one who got y'all here, got me here, where we're able to speak today. It's because of what your mom did. And then they asked me this question, Joe, do you love Mom? And I looked into the camera and I said, yes, I do love your mother. But it's not the kind of wedding love. It's not the kind of, in Japanese, Oksan and Dandan-san, it's like husband and wife. I said, it's not that kind of love. I have a love for your mom that no other woman will ever have because she raised my kids. I said, I love your mom for that. I will always love her for that. And there will be a space in what I'm doing for her too. I'm going to make sure she's good. At that moment, both of my daughters started to cry. Tough Conversation Tuesday on the Joe Lockett Show. This happened around I started talking around 1 o'clock. This is around about 2 o'clock. My daughters, they both in tears. Grown women crying. Like, Dad, we never knew this. We never knew you felt like that about Mom. Then they proceeded to tell me something, y'all, that just blew my mind. And I ain't gonna lie, I felt a little wet stuff on my face. I felt a little wet stuff on my face, America. I felt a little wet stuff on my face when they told me, Mom never stopped loving you, even though you wasn't there. She always spoke highly of you. They went one more step and said, our grandmother loved you too. Never met their grandmother. I think I talked to her one time on the phone, maybe, but I never met her in person. She said, our grandmama loved you too, Daddy. Wow. Tough conversation Tuesday, y'all. And then my daughters told me, we never was mad at you. We never felt you didn't love us. We knew you were busy. After all I did to their mom, all the lies I told, being deceitful, that woman told my kids, your father's busy. How many of y'all do that, ladies? How many of y'all do that? When a man make a promise to you, he breaks it, he breaks your heart, goes to be with the other woman, but you still uphold the family. That's why I'm going with this today. I'm telling you what happened to me 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock this morning. I was on the phone with my daughters for 2 hours almost, going through. And I'm asking, how many of y'all had this conversation? You have these conversations, or you didn't plan a conversation, and all of a sudden it comes into that conversation, and you take advantage of the moment, and then you find out in that moment, you start to find out things about yourself and your kids that you didn't know. Tough conversations. I thank all the women out there, man, that took care of our kids while some men was out there being knuckleheads and selfish. I was one of them. My baby's mama, I thank her for being a great mom and a great representative for my daughters. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what a thought pattern was. I haven't talked to that woman in 21 years. No, 20, maybe 19. I'm sorry, because my daughter's 21, so maybe 18 or 19 years I haven't talked to her at all. No conversation. It got to a point where she was reaching out to me about some things about my kids, and I wasn't producing, and she just stopped calling. She stopped texting. And I carried the pain for myself. I made other people and other women suffer because of what I had did to another woman. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying on Tough Conversation Tuesday, because I'm always getting on everybody else's ass about stuff when I'm talking about stuff, but I want y'all to understand my story too. They say history, but this is his story. This is my story. See, I screwed up, but I got a guardian angel that's watching over me to make sure that I be better. But what I'm telling y'all, if y'all listen to us on the digital airways of the Joe Lockett Show from Lockett In Media on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, what I'm telling y'all is you can change. And I didn't sit on the morning bench, America, and I'm not against church. It wasn't a pastor in my life, but something made me want to be a better person. And there were people around me when I was ready to embrace me. Many women told me as I was growing up, it ain't as bad as you think. Your babies just want you. But I couldn't hear that because I felt that I needed to be there and I wasn't. I felt that. And so I hurt a lot of people because I was hurt. I hurt a lot of women during my lifetime because I wasn't able to be a good father to my kids. So the women that wanted to have babies with me, I said no. And that destroyed some relationships. I wasn't the best man I could be because I wasn't the best man to my kids. I took I don't want to say my mistake, but my lack of maturity, my lack of whatever the hell y'all want to say that was back then, me being young and dumb, whatever that is, whatever you want to call me, I'm cool with that because that's what I was. And I took that into my first marriage. I took that into my second marriage, and I made everybody pay for it. And damn it, you knew that I'm not doing this until I do this for my kids. But I'm glad I did to a point. Hear what I'm saying now. I'm glad I did to a point, because when the conversation came for me to talk to my babies, I didn't have to explain to them that I got John, Tim, Susan, and some other kids, and that's their sisters and brothers. I was able to tell my daughters, you're my only two daughters. You're the only thing I have left. For me last night, early this morning, that was a proud moment as a father for me. Now, it may not have been a proud moment for the women that I took through it. It was wrong. It was bad. I was wrong for that. I asked for forgiveness if it's forgiveness to be given for that. But I'm not mad at the decision that I made for my babies, because last night I knew I felt and I prayed that one day I would have this conversation. And I didn't want to have this conversation to my daughters and explaining to them why I took care of some other kids that I made, but I wasn't taking care of them. That was my cross I bear. And last night, 21 years later, I'm able to have that conversation with my kids and tell them, you're my only daughters. You're my only kids. And while wet stuff, whatever the hell that stuff was running down my face, and they was over there crying. I just had some wet stuff on my face. I don't know what stop it. Just wet stuff running down my face. We talking. My daughter's talking to me, right? And they're telling me what I was thinking. So this is to all the parents, if you're carrying the same the cross that I bear for years, right? My daughter had told me, Sabrina had told me individually, Dad, we're not mad. Selena had told me, Dad, we're not mad. But it was different when I saw both of them, and they got this little connection, right? I don't know how they do it, but it's like, you know how you make a little heart like this? Well, they be talking, and for however reason, they can do this with one hand, and they don't even look at each other, but they do this and they connect together like over their heads, or they do it in front of them, and they just do it. Like, so Selena hands, Sabrina hands comes together, and it forms a little heart, right? And so they were doing this, like when they was talking to me, like, Dad, we love you. Dad, we always loved you. And they were just doing this, and I'm sitting there like, they're not signaling each other. So this is something they do on a often basis, right? And I'm looking at these young ladies, man. I'm like, damn. They mama did a good job. Damn. Their grandparents did a wonderful job. These are my daughters. And so the fellas out there, man, if you're effed up like I was, it's your journey. I get it, man. I get it, bro. Nobody can beat themselves up way more than Joe Lockett did, right? I know, I understand exactly what y'all going through out there, fellas. And some of y'all fellas out there, you're good men, man. When you get the time and when it lines up for you, have the conversation with your babies. Tell them the truth. Make sure they understand the effed up part that you did. Make sure that they understand that you love them and you're proud of them. I got that opportunity, and I thank God, right now, man, that I got a chance to have that conversation with them, and they'll be here in September. They gave me dates, and I will fill you guys in as they get closer, but they gave me dates. My babies are going to be here. They say they want to come on the show. So I'm going to bring them on the show. They say they want to come on the show. So we're going to do a show together. We're going to take pictures together. During that time, y'all may not see me much. After I do 1 or 2 shows with my babies, because I'm going to be traveling. So I'll be spending time with them. But make sure you guys tune in when my babies come. But I want you guys to listen to this tough conversation that I'm having with you. Because what I want to tell y'all that if you're in my situation and you didn't get it quite right, whether you're the mom or the dad, and you do get the opportunity, yeah, finances is a huge part of raising kids. Accountability is a huge part of raising kids. Being there is the most precious thing that you can give your kids, and if you don't give that, you feel like you screwed the hell up. And that's what I felt. For 21 years, I carried that burden. But last night, I can tell y'all, man, I can tell you that last night, it was like a weight. Not everything, but there was a weight lifted off of me that I can't explain. And I'm going to tell you what broke me and had that wet stuff on my face last night is when they said their grandmother said he's a good man and he loved y'all. I thought their grandparents hated me. And they was like, no, Dad, they really loved you. Think about that. Sometimes the people you think that hate you, they got your best interests at heart. The thoughts that I had in my head about what the situation was, I was effing wrong. It was all in my head how bad I thought it was. Why are you saying this to us today, Joe Lockett, on the digital airways of the Joe Lockett Show? Because sometimes I want people to listen on Tough Conversation Tuesday. It may not be as bad as y'all think. It may not be as bad as y'all think it is. I pictured the worst. I was prepared. People who are close to me know that I had said, if my daughters never talk to me again, it's cool, but I'm explaining everything to them. I've said this to a few people in my life, and they know how I am because I'm straightforward. Because I want to take accountability for what the hell I did wrong. See, I tell y'all, and I told my kids, don't never lie about me. Tell your kids the truth. Tell your kids everything that your dad did. Tell them what I got right. Tell them what the hell I got wrong. Let them be the judge of what that is. Like I told them, your mama, your grandparents, they raised y'all. Now, I'm going to finish the journey for them. I'm going to leave them good. I'm going to leave them very well. So that's why I told them we got to have that conversation, because there's things in place for them now that they need to know about. And they need to know what they want to go do. Why am I sharing this with y'all? This is behind the scenes. This is in my house. This is on my phones. Because you need to make sure that you got your shit together too. You need to make sure, you need to hear from somebody. Because see, no more secrets, y'all. No more secrets in families. No more damn secrets. Tell your kids what it is. Figure out how to get through it. It ain't easy. The cross you're carrying, it may not be as bad as you think it is, but you got to fix shit. You got to go out there and make sure that your kids don't carry the same crap that you did. If you screwed up, you can fix the future. You can't fix the past. You can't change what you got wrong. If the kid gonna hold it against you, damn, they're gonna hold it against you. But your job as a parent is to leave your kids better off if you're able. Make sure they don't want for anything because of what's happening now in our world. Our grandkids, and I want y'all to listen to me closely, our grandkids are not going to have time to do what we do, y'all. Our great grands, because of AI, and it's coming, it's not when, it's here, they're not going to have a chance to work at a job for 20 years and retire. The things, the way we see it today, has changed slowly. Things when they're grown is going to change rapidly daily. So if we don't have things set in place, a house for them to live in, money for them to have access to, knowledge for them to have access to, the power of networking around the world, right? Build your network. Start to building things, even if you say you're not going to benefit from all of it, build it for the next generation. And I'm very serious about this for all my listeners around the world, y'all. We have to be ready for we have to make sure our kids are prepared for what's coming. Because when it hits, we're in the beginning of something brand new. And they're going to say, why didn't mommy and daddy do this when it was happening? And so we need to have these conversations. Just because your kid's grown don't mean you can't have an honest conversation with them. How many of y'all sitting there right now and don't want to tell your kids that you was a hoe back in the day? Just being real. How many of you don't want to tell your kids that you stole, you used to be a thief or a drug addict or a crackhead back in the day? How many of you want to tell your kids that you got in a lot of trouble back in the day because you want your kids to think that you're perfect? Now it's your story. You tell it how you want to. But I think we're hurting our kids when we don't be honest with them. The way kids learn, the way kids are going to get better is to know that you're human too. Because I used to look at certain people in my life like they was never flawed because that's the way they presented themselves and they held the title. And then once you see their flaw, you're like, damn, wait a minute. And then it's like the blinders come off. And then you start looking at everything closely, what they're saying. And then you start looking at, you start to remember what they told you. And so you start to putting pieces together. And then you start to feel as a kid that somebody sold you that damn bill of goods, right? And then you start not knowing who to believe. And then when you start asking questions, people, you know, your family members climb, you know, they climb up on you. They don't want to talk about it. It ain't your business. That was before. No, it really is, in my humble opinion. It's the kid's business if you had kids. History needs to be told. It don't need to be sold, but it needs to be told. I don't know if there's something about live restrictions. I don't know. Am I saying anything bad on here, y'all? Can y'all still see me on TikTok? Because something about live restrictions or something. Let me read some of y'all guys' comments here. No one is staying at jobs like that now. Very true. I've been honest with my kids. That's good, Cheryl. I've always been honest with my kids. They say their mom is a real one. Tams, no, I'm watching. Okay, so good. All right. So I don't know what it was. Just something popped up on my phone here, said something about live restrictions, or did I offend anybody? I don't know. I was talking about myself, so I don't think I offended anybody. If I did, I'm sorry. But what I want to tell y'all is make sure at the end of the day that you guys do the right thing for your kids. I shared what I shared with you guys with my kids because I want everyone to witness what I witnessed. Think about what you're going to leave your kids and how you're going to leave them. Because I think a lot of times we get into situations, y'all, with our kids. What I want y'all to type on here. Yeah, I don't know what that was. The live is okay. Okay, thanks, Christy. All right. But y'all do me a favor here. What do y'all think? What's the future y'all want for y'all kids? And I want to ask y'all this question on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Is it a parent's job, even when your kid's grown, to leave your kids something if you can? Is it a parent's job? Thank you. Thanks everybody for that. What's going on TikTok. I appreciate you guys for that. Is it a parent's job to leave their kids something when they're grown? Should a parent leave their kids something when their kids are grown? Should a parent set up their kids for the next generation? Do you believe that's your responsibility, or do you believe once you got your kids out the house, their life is their life and it's up to them to figure it out? Okay. Erica say, Chrissy says yes. Lady J says yes. Erica say her job was to raise them. Okay. So if you guys are just locking into the Joe Lockett Show, I'm talking about a tough conversation that I had with my daughters last night in Japan. They live in Hiroshima. And how it touched me and how things wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I had a whole story in my head about what my daughters thought about their father. But to be honest with you, America, it was what I would have thought about my father if if he did what I did to them. After I got off the phone with them last night, I had to think about where did those thoughts come from, because no one never said that to me. No one never said your daughters hated you or they don't like you or they mad at you. No one never said that. But because I wasn't able to do and I didn't do all the time like she wanted me to, or what she asked me to like I was supposed to, I created this whole story in my head. And I have to credit my ex-wife. She used to always tell me, you have daughters. They just want you. It ain't the finances. They just want to know you care. You need to make sure they know that. I didn't get it back then. I didn't. Because I was too big on, I wasn't present. I wasn't able to do the things I needed to do. And I felt guilt after I left Japan, because I left them there with their mom, which they was in damn good hands, but I left them to go pursue my dreams. How selfish is that? But that was me. I left that responsibility that I supposed to have had. I left that on the woman that had my kids to do. But it effed with me, man, for 21 years. And like I said earlier, if you guys joined the show, I said that a lot of people suffered for my wrongdoings. A lot of women suffered because they never got to hold me, because I was constantly chasing my dream and trying to get to the point where I can be a better father, which meant I was not going to be the best husband. How many of y'all sit in that situation, America? How many of y'all sit right there where I sat? You got to the next person, you got to the next thing in your life, but you couldn't be whole because you didn't fix. You didn't think what you messed up in your past, you didn't fix it. And so when you move to the next thing, people say heal. Healing is fine. Going to therapy, awesome. I think you should. Go to church, great. Please go do that. But a lot of times you move to the next situation or relationship. Tough conversation, y'all. You move to the next relationship and you haven't fixed you. Or whatever you messed up, you haven't fixed it. It may be the credit. It may be a relationship. It may be your kids. It may be a skill that you fell out of school for and you didn't go finish. And it helps with you all throughout your life. And so when you get mad about something, you don't know why you're so mad at that person about whatever. But when you sit down years later, you realize you wasn't really so mad about that particular thing that person did or said. You was mad because you found yourself in a situation and you felt if I would have did better in that situation, I wouldn't be here. Y'all heard what I said? Did y'all hear that? I'm guilty. Man, I'm guilty. I am guilty as hell on that, America. How many of y'all have been in this situation? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. How many of you been in that situation where, okay, you say I'm here, I'm good, I forgave everybody. Yeah, but still you carry something over to the next relationship. You carry it over and you put it on that person. And you are away in that relationship and you think you're everything. I'm good, I'm healed, blah, blah, blah. But something is still not quite right because your ass ain't quite right. I was never quite right because I did not do the right thing by my kids. And that bothered the hell out of me. It bothered me. I will put it in the back of my mind, charge it forward. I'm good. I got to go do this. I'm going to make this happen. Getting on TV, getting on national TV, getting awards, doing all this stuff. Being in the magazines. You're Joe Lockett. People loving me, asking me for autographs. People taking pictures with me. I'm that dude. And I was happy most of the time. But once that part left, I still had to deal with the part that I hadn't quite fixed. And here's what I want to tell y'all here. Please listen to me, y'all. Listen. when you say you're going to fix stuff, sometimes 5 years to pass, 10 years to pass. And some of us never get a chance to fix it. Some people don't get as lucky as I'm getting now. I said I would be straight in 3 to 4 years. "21 years later. Y'all. You know how much time I wasted? You know how much time I wasted? Because it became a point where I thought it was too long to try to go back and fix. See, I dealt with that too. I dealt with that part. I dealt with the part of not understanding I needed to be a man to fix the problem. I need to be mature. I need to go in there and stand up and tell my baby's mom, my daughters, this is what happened, this is what I did. But I was too embarrassed. I didn't want to face my baby mom and to be married to another woman, but I never married her. Let's be real, Joe. Talk on it. Tell the audience the truth. Your baby mama wanted to be with you, but you married another woman. Speak on it, Joe. How many men have been there? And she took it. You divorced that woman, and then you left Japan. Then you married another woman, and your baby mama still was good. I never wanted to marry the baby's mom. There was a short span that was, we was a girl that I thought about it, but I married another woman. Speak on it, Joe. And so you got when you done that to your daughter's mom, you got to get through mom to get through the kids. And so even when things start to get a little right, I'm still not man enough to go talk to the mom because I know I didn't hurt her. I know I didn't screw it up. I know I didn't lie. I know I wasn't truthful about everything I did. She found out secondhand, thirdhand about what was going on. And guess what? She still was a good mom. Damn. She still was a good mom. The woman still didn't freaking badmouth me. Fellas, let me tell y'all, man, we got to do better. We need to do better. As men, it's never too late. I know people listening to my show on the digital airways will never believe this, y'all. When people say it's never too late. Maybe it's not time for you to hear it. Maybe I'm not the person to deliver that message to you today. I get it. Only thing I can tell you is I witnessed that. 21 years later, I witnessed that. As I stated, I heard from my daughters individually that they wasn't mad at me, but I just felt it was a conversation, something nice to say to dad, right? Sabrina told me that, Selena told me that on different occasions. When I'm saying, hey, anything you want to ask me, ask me, right? And last night when I asked him, I said, is there anything on the table that you want to ask me about, that you may have been afraid to ask me? And what my daughter, the one question that they asked me, like, Dad, I got a question. I want to ask you a question. I've been wanting to ask you this for a long time. It's funny to me. And these are grown women, right? My oldest daughter said, Dad, will you take me to go get pizza when I come to America? Wow. Out of all the questions she wanted to ask or could have asked, she said, Dad, will you take me to go get pizza? I want to sit down and have pizza with you. Those are my daughters. They don't hate me, y'all. They actually really love me. And your kids do too. Believe that. Your kids love you. Now, you may have to go through some stuff to get to where you need to have that conversation. You can have that conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you've been to jail, whether you done messed up, messed around, left your kids. But if it's eating you up like it did me, I can't tell you when to hold yourself accountable. I can't tell you how to do it. It took me 21 years, so I'm the worst person to take advice from. And I had a lot of guardian angels holding it down for me until a situation arose and it sort of fell in my lap. It ain't like I just walked up in there and busted up in there and said, here I am, baby. Ready or not, here I am. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. That ain't what happened. What happened was a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. The one thing I would say to all of us listening to the show today on Tough Conversation Tuesday on Digital Airwaves, you need to understand this. You got to start somewhere. Y'all tap the screen. Chris said y'all tap the screen. So we up to, I think, like 8,000 something right now. Tap the screen, y'all. Tap the screen for me. Appreciate it. Send the hearts. Make sure y'all understand, man, that the worst thing that parents can do is, if you're married and you had a happy family, when you break up, the worst thing that a family can do is not taking consideration on how you're going to raise your kids together. Even if you catch her cheating, even if you catch him cheating, how do you raise those kids? Thanks for the big heart, whoever just gave me that. How do you raise those? How do you raise a productive family together? And I want to ask you guys a question, because I have questions for my audience here too. How do you have other new kids with someone else when you're really not engaged with the kids, your first kids? How does that work? Can someone explain that to me? Tam said, remember I told you my daughter's story just recently. She still loves me and understands. I do remember that, Tams. How do y'all have kids with another man and their dad is not taking care, the first man is not taking care of the first kid? Fellas, how do you have kids with another woman and you're not taking care of your first kid? For real. You haven't done everything you can. I'm not here to blame. I'm not here to judge. I'm just asking, how do y'all deal with that? I couldn't do it. How does that work? How does that feel? What does that look like? Did you put up the fight to make sure that you could do everything you could for that child? Also, I'm gonna ask, even if the baby mama didn't let you see them or the baby dad didn't let you see them, do you have things in place for that child now? Are you setting up things, even though there's no communication, but do you have things in place so when they get ready to go to college or they need a car or they need, something, are you doing the little small stuff that you can do? Tough Conversation Tuesday. What about the kids? What are we doing about our kids? This show was inspired by my daughters, but I want to ask y'all the questions so you can ask yourself the questions. Sweet Mama say it just couldn't be with the man who had kids that he didn't want to claim or take care of. I just couldn't be. Okay. There's so many things I could say about that, but I'm just gonna say, okay. That's just part of parenting. My 26-year-old daughter just got off my payroll. Okay. I understand, Sweet Mama. Like I said, there's many things I want to ask about that, but I don't want to be, I don't want to be too intrusive here, so I understand. Change your mind. But I say this to everyone out there, right? Do you leave your kids something? That's your responsibility. I used to say, no, it's not my responsibility. And maybe I'm saying these things because of my situation, right? But I think a parent's job is never done. I think a parent's job is never done if you have kids. I think a parent's job is to make sure that there's generational wisdom, there's generational spirituality, there's generational love, and if possible, there's generational finance, there's generational education. I think once you finish raising your kids, yes, that part is over. They have to go live their life. But I do now, because I have two grown daughters, I do feel a sense of urgency and a sense of responsibility to make sure, because I see it coming because I'm 53. I understand what's coming. They are not going to understand this until it's too late. So I have another level of parenting to do for the grown kids that I have produced. I have to prepare them for what is coming. So I have to do everything within my power. And it's just me. But because I see it, they may not have the knowledge, the skill set to take advantage of what I'm able to take advantage of now. So it is my responsibility as a father to take advantage of this so they would be okay. When I talked to my daughters last night, like I told my oldest daughter, I'm sorry I was not able to do this for you earlier. But my goal for you is to make sure that when you're 50 years old like me, you don't have to work again. I told my youngest, when you're 40, my goal is for you not to have to work again. And I told them, I'm giving you a task as my daughters. At 50, you never have to work. At 40, you never have to work. Your kids should not have to work when they turn 20 and 30 years old. Not saying that you don't want your kids to be productive. You want them to go get jobs. But what I told my kids is there's going to be things in place. For if you do certain things, you will be granted certain things from the family trust. There will be things in homes, and you will have access to certain things, but you have to accomplish a few things to be able to get access to them. And I'm going to teach them how to have this thing set up for the kids. So as the generations come in my family bloodline, yeah, there was a silver spoon, but you're just not going to be given the silver spoon. And there's things you're going to have to do for it. But somebody had to make a sacrifice. Somebody had to understand it. And that somebody, my parents wasn't able to give me that because they didn't have that foresight that I have. But they put me here and I have it. So now that I have it, it is my responsibility to take care of the family to here. My grandparents did what they did and produced my mom and dad. My mom and dad did what they did, they produced me. And now that because I produced my two daughters, I got to do what I got to do, and I have to instill upon them to do the next thing that's coming to see it better and getting better. We shouldn't continue to keep the family secrets. We shouldn't continue to keep the family lies and break up the family and the family bloodline. Everybody is poor. And I mean financially, spiritually, education, all those things. Your family bloodline, your great-grands, right, is poor. When we have the opportunity to leave them so much more. See, some of y'all say, Joe, well, I don't have the money, but you have the technology to videos, right? So why not do a video about your family line? Why not do a video leaving your kids, this video that tells them, this is what I see. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I think you should do if you're in this situation. That's free. If you're talking to your daughters, or you're talking to your son, and they look at this video 20 years, 30 years later, son, you may be 40 years old now, and you do different videos at the stage of life when they're 20, when they're 30, when they're 40, when they're 50, right? And the gift that will come to them is a video on their 50th birthday, on their 30th birthday. And you're still dropping knowledge to them. If you accomplished this, have you did this, son? Have you did this, daughter? Those things are free. Those things are free. You can leave a legacy just by telling your story to your kids. Your great grandkids can look the wisdom. Right now, it's 2024. AI is coming. Stores are changing. Prices are high. There's a lot of stuff about vegan that's going on right here in 2024. This is what TV looks like right now. This is what a home looks like right now. That's leaving a legacy. That's leaving your kids better off to see, but this is what grandma went through. This is what granddaddy went through. Tough conversation, y'all. But these are things, it ain't always about the money. Sometimes you may not be the person to leave the finances, but you left the answer. They see something what grandmama did or grandmama left in that video, and like, they get an idea. They get inspired. And imagine if that goes down generation after generation after generation, right? What that looks like, how that is. What's that going to be about? You can teach your kids how to pray. Leave them a video. You can tell your kids about when you had tough thoughts, right? How did you get through the tough thoughts? How did you get through the tough times? What was your procedure? How many of us right now, your parents in past, and you have no idea how they got through certain stuff or how they dealt with certain things because there was nothing left behind for you? You have to try to think about maybe this is what they did. You see what I'm saying? There are so many different things that we can do, America. See, I know I talk a lot about money. Money does make the world go around. But today I want to bring it down to a level where everybody can do what they can do. Number one, have the conversation with your kids. Have your conversation with the grown kids. Start to understand that at the end of the day, that your kids have the conversation that your kids still need you. They may not want to listen. Of course they don't. And mama old, dad old. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. But still have the conversation. Because one thing I would promise you that what we know is we remember the conversations we had with our parents when we got grown. We remember the conversations we had with our parents when we were kids. You remember those conversations. It plays when certain things happen and certain events happen in your life or something pops up in your life, good, bad, ugly, and different. You remember what mama said. You remember what daddy said. You think your kids are not going to do the same? You remember the butt whoopings and you remember the hugs. You remember the disappointments and you remember the awards. You remember when daddy showed up and then daddy didn't show up. You remember when mama showed up and daddy didn't show up. You remember when both of them showed up. You remember. And the other thing that I think we should learn to do, y'all, we need to teach this next generation how to love one another. We need to teach this next generation that we love them. Now, how you do that, hell, I don't know. That's a toughie. But what I start my conversation with my daughters is, I love you. And I'm proud of you. Because as a kid, I didn't hear that. It was known because you had food on the table and a roof over your head and clothes on your back. That was love. Am I correct, y'all? Am I correct? Am I saying something foreign here? You knew you were loved because you had clothes on your back, food on the table, and a roof over your head. That was love. If I ain't love you, I wouldn't be doing this. How many of us are told that? If I ain't love you, you wouldn't have food on the table. You wouldn't have good clothes on your back. You wouldn't have a roof over your head. However, got a question to ask for the parents who did think like that and maybe still think like that. Aren't you benefiting from that too? Isn't that what a parent's supposed to do if you decide to have kids? Put clothes on their back, food on the table, and a roof over their head. Don't you eat the food too? Don't you live under that same roof? Do you want your kids to be out there butt naked when they can't fend for themselves? From animals to human beings, all parents take care of their kids. You're not doing anything special. If you have kids, that comes with responsibility. Just like when you get a wife, there's certain things you're supposed to do. When you get a husband, there's certain things you're supposed to do. When you get kids, there's certain things you're supposed to do. You don't get a cookie for that. There's no rewards for that, America. I'm sorry, but it's not. But I encourage parents, as if you're listening to the show today and you're sharing it out there with everybody, I would say this to you. Think about what it looks like at the next level for your kids. What is it that you're doing or you can do to make sure that the next generation is going to be okay? Just say, hypothetically speaking, that you have a kid that's not so good. You can still leave it for the grandkids. You can still leave it for the nieces and nephews. What I'm saying now is this is a special time in our society that we got to make sure that the things that are going away, we're taking full advantage of it because a lot of new technology, a lot of new things are happening, right? And when things are moving, so when you got something that moves faster than the human brain, you're in trouble because the next generation is not going to have a chance to adapt, overcome, and improvise. Let me say that once again. The next generation is not going to have the chance to adapt, overcome, and improvise as we have done for decades, for centuries. We have had the luxury to adapt, overcome, and improvise because there was nothing smarter than the human. There was time to figure it out. There was time to make mistakes. But we do less thinking now. We do less critical thinking now. We have less skills now. We do less work now. And so it has eroded and is eroding human society as we know it. What it's going to turn into, whether that's good, bad, ugly, and different, I don't know. But I do know that the skill set of what we're doing is watered down. The productivity that humans are producing now is watered down, which means by the time it gets to our grandkids and grands, right, that system is going to be gone. And it's going to say we need something more reliable, which is going to be AI. Self-driving cars. You go into stores, you will only be talking to the computers and they will, ring up the stuff and you ring it up yourself. They're testing all this stuff all over the world. You see it. It's coming. It's not when, it's not if, it's when. And it's going to change overnight. And when it changes, that's the world that our kids are going to be brought up in, and they're not going to know that there was a chance to adapt, overcome, and improvise. They're not going to understand that because they're going to be like this here. They're going to be caught in the computer world. And so that's why I say right now, I think we have to make sure as a society, as this generation, for us, we need to be able to do better. Let's see. I think that was a conversation between y'all. Tam says correct. Tam says, I don't say that to my kids. I tell them I'm proud of them and I love them no matter what they do. That's good. That's very good. But I think a lot of parents need to make sure they continue to do the same thing when you can. I would say try to mend relationships where it's mendable and pray for the ones that you can't. But life is going to be okay. So when it comes to our kids on this Joe Liker show day, it's what time is it? 21 minutes after the hour. I hope what I said was inspirational and it touched you in a way, but also I hope that it got you thinking about what you can do and the possibilities of making sure that even though you're a grandparent now, right, that there's still some work that can be done if you decide to. Should you leave your kids something? That's totally up to you. You may say they don't deserve it. But even for the kids that don't deserve that don't deserve something. Imagine if you could have left your kids something, even if they didn't deserve it, and their life would be better. Because they're still your seed. It's still your seed. Because someone asked me a long time ago, well, what if your daughters were bad kids? Would you still be trying to work as hard for them? I said, yes. Yes. Because those still are my daughters. What they decide to do with what I leave them is going to be up to them. Whether they screw it up or don't screw it up is going to be up to them. But my job as a father is to leave them the best in the best way I can. Enjoy my life. I'm not going to sacrifice my life to make sure they're good as adults if they're not trying. But I'm going to make sure that I enjoy my life and leave them something, because what I leave them may be something that's going to help them, or they may just put it up for their families or their kids, or they may give it to another needy family that needed it. But whatever it is that I've done, the universe, God knows what was on my heart, and whatever it is, it will be used for the right reasons at that point in time. That's what I feel about it. That's the way I see it. So that was one of the things I wanted to talk about on the show today. The other thing I want to talk about on the show today is when you get a divorce. I saw this on TikTok earlier today. Should you throw a divorce party? Should you celebrate the divorce? When you get a divorce, because I saw something where people are saying people are starting to throw divorce parties. What does that look like? A divorce party. Who's coming to your divorce party? Erica said, if you want, but a divorce party? Right, Nate. I was just trying to say, divorce party. What the hell is a divorce party? What does that look like? Because I would think the only people that are going to show up at your divorce party is the people who's been telling you, girl or big dog, you should have been left for his age. You should have been left, should have been gone. So what is this thing about a divorce party? I mean, I understand you're celebrating, you're happy that you're out of there. But I saw it, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go to a divorce party. Couple of reasons. Most divorce parties, I think, would be sad, because not everybody is over their ex. Not everybody has been through. I know some women or men will say, "Well, this is just it's just a normality, right? The formality. I'm sorry, it's just a formality. We've been divorced for years, really. Excuse me. I stopped loving him or her years ago." But I don't know how cheery I can make somebody if they just been married to somebody for 15, 10, 20 years. And girl, congratulations on your divorce. I even now when I have friends that are going through divorces, it's still hard for me to say congratulations. That makes sense. I mean, I don't know how to say congratulations on your divorce. Now, I want people to understand I'm not talking about borrowing physical abuse. We're not talking about that. Mental abuse. So we're just talking about just people just didn't make it and those things. So I don't want to get into that deep conversation there. But when like some of my friends right now going through a divorce, I'm sorry to hear that. It hurts me to see people going through a divorce. I hate to see people going through a divorce. I'm not happy when I see people going through a divorce. It's like, damn, another one? Is that what DJ Khaled said? Another one, right? That's the way I feel. Even if it's somebody I didn't care for, I don't want to see you go through a divorce. I'm not going to say it's painful, but I don't know what the feeling is. It's just not a good feeling. I don't have a word for it, honestly. But it's not good when I see people going through a divorce, or I see people posting. Oh, this is what I really need to talk about. I'm transitioning in a minute. When I see people posting stuff on social media about subliminally what it is. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You post things, these little memes of what you're going through, even though you're with your mate. Y'all still together. Y'all still in a relationship. You post a meme that says, you know, something like, if you really love somebody, you wouldn't cheat. Or you post something, you know, those little subliminal things that you're sending, you're hurt, and you go to social media and you post something similar to the situation that you're in. Can I ask y'all something? Ladies, I need y'all to chime in on this. On the Joe Lockett Show, Digital Airwaves, Lockett In Media Network. Answer me this, ladies. Why are y'all constantly posting y'all broken relationship on social media? Why? Why are people, men and women, breaking out their cameras when things are going bad in their relationships and recording it and putting it on social media? Why? Because some of the stuff I've been seeing, I'll be like, this got to be fake. There's no way in the world this man then broke out this camera and they're in the middle of a disagreement, or this woman then broke out a camera because her husband didn't come home last night and she's telling the world about it. You're talking to people about your business that you don't know. I'm a social media person. I'm a digital creator. I get paid off of social media, but I don't know if my life is the real housewives of Alabama, the real husbands of Alabama. I don't get paid that kind of money to post free stuff. And the only thing I can think of when I see people are posting this stuff, you want sympathy about your situation. I mean, can somebody on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube explain to me what this phenomenon is? People on social media spreading or talking about their bad relationship. It ain't my business. I really don't care. But as my good friend Joy would say, okay, if you're going to bring me into the relationship, damn it, tell it all. Okay. We want to know what happened yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Keep it going. Don't just put some of it out there. And then the next time y'all look up, y'all all in love again. What happened in between? What happened? We want to know. Honestly, I don't, but there are people do. Honestly, when I see that kind of stuff, I used to be a person who consumed that stuff and looked through it, and you'll go through that social media page and kind of see, okay, where this started from. I don't do that anymore. I really don't care. I don't have time to be getting caught up in anybody else's drama that they got going on in their life. And what place are we in, or what place is a relationship in, ladies? I need to know this. And I don't know if fellas do it a lot, but I see a lot of ladies do it, because I look at women on my social media. I have a lot of men friends, but I don't go to their pages a lot. So, ladies, I want to ask you, and if men do it, y'all chime in on this. What is it about y'all posting y'all business on social media that's attractive? What is it? HR base say I'm Bay Charles to the BS. I hear you, fam. They think they're real reality stars. Really? I can't explain because I don't practice it. I mean, I'm so lost when it comes to, because when you be seeing this little stuff, right? And then people say, stay out my business, or they don't want you to be all up in their business, but you put it out there for them to see. Because I'm watching some of these videos, and the first thing I think people want to do when they get into an argument, whatever, the ones that are real, you pull out a cell phone and you post it on social media. I'm very serious. I'm very worried about this generation. Like, you would post your worst moment to get likes on your page to go viral. Is that what that's for? I'm just asking because I really, really don't get it. Like, you pulling out your cell phone to record a argument. You pulling out your cell phone to show what somebody has done. You're sitting there telling your story. I can't believe he did this. I can't believe she did that. And you're putting it on social media. Okay, so let me just say this to everybody. You make yourself look stupid when you do that. You do know that, right? You look stupid when you do that. The only people that are replying to you are the nosy ones and the ones going through the same stuff you're going through. The saying is true, America. Hurt people hurt people. The people that are replying to you, say, I'm praying for you, all this other stuff, they're probably doing the same thing. And they're happy to see you going through it. I'm going to say 99% of the people that are replying to your post are happy to see that you're going through your pain. And the praying hands that they're throwing up, they're really not praying, they're clapping. Because somebody else is going through something like they've been through. I'm just saying, I just think that's what a lot of people are doing. I'm just saying. I think those two praying hands can be considered as two people high-fiving because you're going through something. Also, I'm just saying, I don't think you should be airing your bad business on social media. I think bad things need to be handled in private. Whoever you want to have that conversation with, if you need to have the conversation, right, you can have that conversation. But you leave people, you're airing out your business and you think you're hurting the other person. But I really believe, yeah, you may hurt the other person a little bit, but you're really hurting yourself because you're showing me what kind of person you are. And ladies, I want to say this to you. Do you think I want to be with you if you aired out your last man on social media? Let me say this again, ladies. Do you think I want to be with you? A good man want to be with you if you aired out the man that you're with on social media? I don't think a lot of y'all even thought about that. Do you think a man of any substance, a man that has something, that's a good man, do you think him seeing that he want to be with you? Oh, they sliding up in my DMs. Those dudes just want to screw you. Literally. That ain't the man that's trying to be your husband. That ain't the man that's your soul mate. Good man. I'm going to tell you, ladies, when we see that kind of stuff, we run the opposite direction. If I see you airing out your man on social media, you sending out little subliminal stuff, you saying all that, I'm not finna fool with you. Because if you're doing it to that man that you once loved, I know what you'll do to me. It's not a good look, ladies, if you're looking for to be a good man. Well, I don't care. He's gonna have to, okay. But he got your number. Those men that jump in your inbox and say, can I help you? You need anything? You need your, they just trying to get with you. They're gonna say there is a speech that we have lined up for you, ladies. When you're going through a divorce, you okay? You good, fam? You good, sis? You need anything? What's your cash app? Let me send you a little something. Hit me up if you need something. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it so much. No, don't worry about it, baby. You're good. It's going to be okay. We're going to get you through it. And so now you're feeling protected once again. Now you're feeling like everything is going to be okay. Somebody wants me. Somebody cares. Because he gave you some crumbs. Because he gave you some crumbs. How low have you gotten that when a man jump in your inbox, he do a little something, you got this big high? How low have you allowed the man that you're with to get you there? Come on, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better. Ladies, stop telling your business on social media. It's not attractive. And you are chasing away, in my humble opinion, a good guy that may be on social media. He ain't trying to get with you. A guy that want his peace is not going to talk to you. He's just not. Let me see what some of y'all are saying. Aquaman, I wouldn't want my business out there like that unless it helps someone. I was told one of my most attractive things about me is that I don't trash my ex. The man ain't gonna like you giving away the secrets, Joe. Hey, man, I'm trying to help y'all out. Air out the business goes for men and women. Yes, yes. Like I said, I don't know what men do because men airing out stuff don't pop up on my page. So I don't know, ladies. So y'all tell me, is men as catty as women out there on social media? I'm asking y'all on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, are men as catty on social media when they're going through something as women are? Are they posting everything that pops up on it? Because once you start posting those relationship memes, that's all that pop up on your feed, and everyone that relate to your situation, people are posting them damn things. They're posting them because this one hits home to me, and you're posting it in your story, you're posting it on your feed. And so once you start liking that kind of stuff and you start sharing it, that just pops up in your feed, right? Air out. So Sandra, you said men are too. So men be out there posting memes. Really? Men be out there posting memes, y'all? Like 2 or 3 memes a day? Now, I'm not going to lie. When I went through my divorce, I think I made it posted maybe a few. Okay, Aqua Woman. I think I posted a few. I'm not going to lie. I think I posted a few. But I stopped quickly because I felt stupid doing it. And then the other part was, I'm like, why am I posting stuff about my relationship? Because I was mad, right? And I couldn't scream at anybody, right? And so I started posting stuff that I saw that related to what I was, that, what I thought this person should be doing. And I posted it. And it made me feel better for a split second because I posted it. I hit that share button. It came to my post, my timeline, and then it said, would you like to share and tag other people? And I would push the button. And when I push the button, I sit there and look at it and read it a couple of times. You gonna know now. You gonna know how I feel. You gonna see it. I want you to see it and I want you to feel it. That was stupid of me. That was very stupid of me. Because that was nothing, because you don't know if your ex even saw it. You don't know if the person that you're going through even saw it. I think the best thing to do if you're going through something, post stuff that you're happy. If you ever want to get back at your ex, you don't post the stuff you think they should have did or what they did wrong or what they did to you. Post that you're happy. Post that you're moving on with your life. Show that your life is still good. You know what I mean? You're having a good time. You're moving on. It works better. It's better therapy to be successful. Because one thing your ex most likely don't want to see you do, if they done dump you or you done dump them, they don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you level up to the next level, America. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see you with a baddie, right? If you're a fella The woman that you just dumped, she just dumped you. She don't want to see you get with a baddie. She wants you to get with somebody below her. The fella that just dumped you, he don't want to see you get with a baddie. He wants you to get somebody that's below him. Right? They don't want to see you level up because now they feel some kind of way. And then the memes change. Then if you level up on the person that dumped you or you dump them, the memes change. Have y'all ever noticed this? If you start to doing better or you do something different or you at a different level, the memes change from they being a victim to the next person in a relationship, you better be careful. You a wolf in sheep clothing. You don't know what you got. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Their memes change about you if they see that you done level up with something better. It changes, right? They went from, the victim, the sad memes to sometimes people have to miss you to miss what they got. You're going to miss this. I don't care. You may think you got something now, but it ain't me. Yeah, I see. People see you smiling, but she don't know you like I do. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Those are the memes. You see, it changes, right? It's like we're living reality through y'all life because you don't want to see your ex level up. So that's why I say, forget the memes, man. Just go live your life. And when they do finally see that photo shoot of you, when they do see that photo shoot of you, how Tupac say, "Can you see me? Can you see me now?" When they see how you look, right? When they see you 10 years later, 5 years later, and you looking good. You done took care of yourself. And then you look at them and you be like, okay. May God continue to bless you and keep you. Because I'm good. Hope you are too. See, I'm telling y'all on the Tough Conversations Tuesday, stop posting them sad memes. Get off of social media for a while. Let them think that you out there and you may be crying, you may be suffering, but be behind the scenes working. And when you do reappear on social media and you post your new profile picture, that profile picture gonna speak volumes. And don't post until you're ready. You ain't got to post for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Don't post it till you're ready. You can be in the background just liking people's stuff, but you ain't got to post no pictures. If you do post a picture of that nice restaurant with the food. Don't say no captions. Just nice restaurant. If you happen to go to the beach, take a picture of the beach. Keep them guessing. Keep them wondering. Don't say a word, but when you're ready to pop out, you do that photo shoot and say, back. And you're going to feel good about yourself. Take care of you. Because I can promise you at the end of the day, America, they're going to take care of themselves. So why not take care of you? Don't let your situation, if you're going through anything right now, don't let your situation drag you down. Be the best you can be. Because that person that dumped you or you dump them 9 times out of 10, they're not losing sleep over you. And at some point, you got to stop losing sleep over them. And here's the thing that I want to do on this show. I want to get a couple on the show. I want you guys to get in my inbox because I want to start bringing couples on to the show. If you guys are single and you've been through some stuff, I want to start bringing y'all onto my show. I think it's time now. We've built this show, but I want to start getting y'all more involved into this show. So if you're single and you went through some stuff and you want to have a conversation on this show and be my co-host with me, let me know. We're going to start setting up stuff and help you advertise your channels on your pages and draw people. And I want to start doing shows with the HR Babes, the Tams, the Sandras, the Rachels, the Shars, the Miss J's. I want to do shows with y'all. where y'all come in and we have conversations. And because I think, y'all hearing my story, we coming up with different topics, that's fine. But one thing we have been talking about behind the scenes at the Joe Lockett Show, this is social media. This is alive, right? And so we love to entertain y'all, but because we do have the ability to interact with the audience, we want to start to having shows where, like, one day there may be Lady J, she's the host, and we're talking about, and her picture pops up along with ours, and we're having a show today with Lady J and Chrissy, or Tams and Rachel. You know what I'm saying? We want to have those kind of shows. If you're not afraid and you want to have a voice, you want to get people more recognized. You can have your friends listening to the show, and it's a great way for us to help build our brand and help you build your brand and build your page at the same time, right? Definitely gonna be getting, because that's my cousin. She got a lot of good things she want to be talking about, not just her phenomenal company. And congratulations to you, motherfucker. You know what you done. That contract that you done got, that tickety tack, them two things that you told your cud about, your cuddy cud. Make it what? Make it light on yourself. Super proud of you, girl. You getting one of them. Somebody getting on the plane going somewhere here pretty soon. We ain't gonna talk about that though, but somebody finna get on the plane going somewhere because they got a big contract. I'm so proud of her, man. She started Pinnacle Solutions, and man, she's killing it out there in Texas, girl. You doing the damn thing. So would love to have y'all to come on, man, and let we do a conversation, because I think we need to start doing conversations that's around what situations y'all are going through, what y'all are seeing, and let people chime in off of social media to talk about those different things. Not just chiming in to see, is Joe going to say something crazy today, or the nephew and Denise and Joe going to get into an argument and we're going to talk about relationships. So that's fine. But we want to take this show to a whole nother level, right? With you, and we got some other stuff coming, but definitely maybe once a week we want to have a show, and I don't know what the hell we're going to call it. Y'all let us know what you think we should call it, right? But I want to have a show with the audience, like once a week. One of y'all come on and y'all bring the topic, and y'all invite y'all friends, because y'all gonna be hosting it with the Joe Lockett Show, one of the biggest shows on social media. I want y'all to do that. So y'all let me know what that day should be called. I'm gonna let y'all name it. I'm not gonna name it. I'm super excited about that. But yeah, have fun with this, man. This is about building every freaking body, right? Out there, because social media is changing so much. They want us to do content, but you got to do great content. And to do great content, you need people, right? And so what I said, we need stories. We need people anticipating to hear a Tam story, or a Shaw story, or a Rachel story, whatever that may be. It may not be your divorce story, but it may be a story of what women are going through at the 50 or at 40, or what a single mom goes through, right, in life, or what problems y'all having out there and struggling and trying to find a man. And I can get into it with y'all about men don't do this, and y'all can tell us, yes, we did. You see what I'm saying? So it's a way to have that conversation, because y'all know I'm gonna be honest as hell. Y'all know I'm gonna be that. So y'all can come at me and say, hey, why men do this, Joe, I want to talk to you about this. And ladies, y'all can chime in and say, well, I had this happen to girls, so on and so on. That's going to make a really great conversation. To me, I think that's going to be really fun, right? So we really wanted to get that probably started here in the next couple of weeks, or definitely by the beginning of July. We're going to start having those things. So I would love for you guys to, someone said they have a question. So I think it's Cookie. What's your question? Hot topics. Okay, so hot topics. Okay, but how do we let people know that hot topics, but it's including y'all, the audience? Because when you say hot topics, that's like hot topics for my show, but I want to make sure it's inclusive to the audience, that somebody from the audience is coming on as a special guest today. So y'all let me know what that is. A poll, maybe. Okay. And if you're interested, it look like a lot of y'all are. So Cookie, you said you have a question. What is your question? How be with me? Okay. Yeah. Okay. How bear with me? Okay. Okay. Cool. But yeah, that's just some things that we that's one of the things that we're working on. We got some stuff happening in July. I can't announce it yet. We'll be announcing it on the Keisha and Joe show tomorrow. Keisha and Joe and I will be talking about I think Keisha said we're talking about divorcing after 50. I think she said to me. She sent me something there. I was busy. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know, but y'all make sure y'all tuned in wherever you're watching the Keisa and Joe show at, on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram at the Keisa Sharp page or the Joe Lockett digital channel, Joe Lockett Show. We have two digital channels that you can watch the show on. Is at Keisa Sharp, Keisa Sharp with the E at the end, or you can catch it on the other channel of Joe Lockett Show. That's Lockett show. So it's Joe Lockett Show, and that's on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. I was going live on TikTok, y'all, but TikTok, for whatever reason, the numbers wasn't there, and I guess because I'm not engaging with the audience when I'm on air there. Because when I'm doing that show, I feel like more like I'm on TV, so I'm not able to read the comments. Keisa has her computer in front of her, so she's able to read comments off her page. I want to be more engaged and not reading when I'm doing that show. So I'm not reading comments. And if you're not reading people comments on TikTok, people are not, they're not really dealing with you. So I'm not really good on TikTok because the camera sits here to the side because we have so many cameras, and we have like 3 or 4 cameras in front of us. And so trying to put my camera there so I can talk with Keisa and read at the same time is difficult. Keisa has her computer because she has her own channel. Nephew and someone else is running my channel. They have the computer and they see all the comments, so I don't have to read those things. I can just do the show. So that's why on with the Keisa and Joe show, I'm no longer doing it on TikTok because I'm not able to read the comments of the camera setting and stuff like that. So if you guys want to, if you're on TikTok, to watch the Keisa and Joe show on the digital airways, please go to the Joe Lockett Show page on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so today, okay, hold on. Looking forward to this. I have done a few times. I'm open. Okay. And also, it would be good if y'all can want to come on together. Y'all come up with a topic and y'all bring it, you know what I'm saying, to me and Nephew and Denise. So that would be cool, doing a collaboration. Not just if y'all can collaborate and come together on a couple of topics, I would love that too. Tam said, Cookie, what's your question? Okay, so Tam says that today a guy yelled at me at live screen. He had bad attitude. It's a loan. It didn't bother me, but he had a bad attitude when I asked him a question. He said I talk too much. I blocked him. So are you saying you was on a live show on social media and a guy had a bad attitude, Cookie? Is that what you're asking us? What's up, MD? What's up, big dog? I ain't talked to you in a minute. What's going on, player? He didn't answer ladies. Yes, he treat ladies not too good. You don't get the notifications anymore, MD? What the hell? Is anybody blocking MD? I don't know, MD. We hit 20,000. Thanks, Christy. I know Christy Finger's tired as hell. Undisabled. Sorry, I am disabled. My speech not that good. Okay, I understand. Okay, so I'm gonna say this, Cookie. I'm thinking I'm understanding what you're saying. I think you're saying you was on the live today and somebody was disrespectful. The only thing, the advice I will offer to you is if you're on live on social media, there are a lot of great people on social media, but then you have trolls on social media. And you did the right thing. You blocked them. I can't account for why he did that. Some people just want to be mean on social media. There are people who get on social media to be mean. There are people who get on social media who don't like you that get your accounts blocked. Right. So that's why we try to keep our content generalized. We don't get too personal when they get to politics or things like that, because certain people would get very upset with you. And when they send in a restriction on your account, that goes as a hit against your account personally. So I would say this: if you're on any lives when you're saying something and it gets derogatory, just get off the live. Cut the phone off. Go to something else. Do something else. A lot of people let this cell phone, gets them so enraged that it messes up their whole feng shui, their whole day. Y'all, it's just social media. It's a reality that's not real, right? Yes, I'm talking to y'all, but if I turn my phone off, I don't see y'all no more. If I don't come today, y'all may have missed the show, but y'all life will go on, right? So don't get so caught up into social media and forget to live. You know what I mean? I have started actually going to sit on my front porch, right? And just say hello to my neighbors and breathe the air and get out of my house, because I usually don't come out of my house unless I'm going outside to go to work or something, or go somewhere. But I'm actually, I've made an effort now to just sit on the porch and, think, grab some oxygen. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be outside just to be going from to the fro, because I've done that for a couple of years now. When I go outside, I'm getting in my truck. I'm going somewhere. Getting outside, getting in my truck, going somewhere. And I haven't really just like woosah. You know what I'm saying? It's been, it's, and I'm gonna tell y'all what clarity came to me with this is when I decided to just turn myself off from the world and focus on me and focus on my company and focus on these shows. It's like when I said those words, that's like, everything really just like started to open, right? And it was a little fallout, in the beginning, and it was tough, but now I'm happy. How many of you can say you're actually happy? I'm not just worried about the other. Oh, I'm just worried. I'm not. I just worry about the other ladies. Well, the only thing I would say, for the other ladies, you should tell them to do the same thing. You can't worry about other people, Cookie. You know what I'm saying? You have to make sure that you're okay. And if people see that you're no longer there, they probably will leave too. Because if you stand there and take the disrespect that a person is giving you, right? You're allowing them to do that, where you can just turn the phone off and get off that live. That's good. Promise merge. So I love that, man. When you're happy, y'all, when you're really happy, it is so much that you can get accomplished because you're in a good place. When you're not happy, you're frustrated, you're mad with somebody, you're mad about work or whatever, right? You're not able to do things and you get fidgety, you get agitated, right? But I can honestly say, man, that when you're in a good space, and I'm going to mess with my cousin for a second. Cuddy Cud. Cuddy Cud. That's good, Tams. Cuddy Cud, I'm going to message you for a second. When you get that phone call and something say ching ching. Hey, how you doing, cuz? Everything good? Just call and check on you, cuz. Make sure you're all right, cuz. Hey, I love my cousin, man. When she when she gets stuff going, when she going through something, her tone is different. She like, I'm serious. Finna put this thing in, cuz, finna make it happen. Finna get on down and send this thing out, send this contract in, make sure it get done. Did it. Went through the dot of my eyes, crossed my T's, cuz. See if I gonna get it. I'm like, cuz, you got it. It's all good. Appreciate that, cuz. It's in God's hands now. Then she was like, motherfucker, call me. What? Cuz, you good? How you doing? Like, you got it. You know I did, cuz. Everything good. Baby in the back, the sun out, the birds singing and everything. Her voice, her pitch get like. I mess with her all the time. I was like, I know when your ass they got paid, right? When that contract then came through, because her whole demeanor. One minute she like, dead serious, locked in, focused. cuz just want you to know I did this. I ain't got it yet, but I feel good about it, cuz. Feel good about it. Oh, you got this, cuz. You got this, cuz. I think I do too. Cuz it's gonna be okay. It's all of you. You got this shit. You can do it, cuz. I think so, cuz. I appreciate you. You have a good day now. Boy, she get that. She call. Mother, give me a call, mother. Call me. Or she'll call me. What you doing? You good? Everything all right? Yeah, I'm good, cuz. You been down in the dungeon? Yeah, I'm down in the dungeon, cuz. All right, cuz. Just want to let you know. Hey, cousin got that. We good. Me, little man, hubby, my sons, we good. We good over here. I put in 2 more. Man, I love it. I love it. Have y'all ever realized when y'all in a situation and you focus, you got your game face on, and then you win, and how you change? Me and my cousin, we go back and forth on this all the time. And I would say she's probably one of my biggest cheerleaders that can cheer me up even on my worst day, because she'll get in my ass and make sure that I get stuff done, right? Did you do this, cuz? Did you get this done? She'll text me like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. She'll call me. Hey, you didn't pick up your phone today. Did you get that done? You must didn't get it done, right? So I appreciate her a whole lot. Love her, her family, her lovely husband, Jeremiah, out there doing this thing, man. I'm so proud of him, man, taking care of my cousin, taking care of his family. Both her sons, one in the military, one is there with her. Well, 2 of her sons there with her, little Axel and Moses is there. So, man, listen, Axel, he's out there. He just finished up baseball. I think he's in summer camp now, if I'm not mistaken. He's doing his thing out there. So, I love him in the background. That dude, my cousin, man, he's funny. Mama, I don't want to hear that, mama. Mama, you hear me talking to you. And she give him a look. What you say to me? Nothing. You okay? Yes, ma'am. Now go sit down. Yes, ma'am. 3 seconds later, mama. And she give you, I can't see her, but I know she didn't give him a look. Okay, mama. Because as soon as she gets on the phone, right, she started talking. He comes over there and he wants her attention. But he's so cute, man, and smart and intelligent, man. Jeremiah, you're doing a great job. Cuz, you're doing a very great job on raising your family. Wishing y'all nothing but prosperity and nothing but the best. Love, can't wait to get you on the show too. HR babe, stay on him. Sometimes he needs a reality check. Well, gonna leave that one alone. Don't realize he was talking about you. Big congrats. Oh yeah, I'm talking about my cousin, y'all. Thank you. Okay, so y'all talking to each other, but yeah, y'all make sure y'all follow her page, man. She got a lot of great things going on. She's a resourceful page for information. She posts nothing but positive stuff out there, and if she's able to help, don't overwhelm her because she has a lot going on with her life and her family. But if she's able to help, she gives great advice. So very proud of her on what she's doing out there, cuz. I love you. Continue doing what you're doing. I got to go. Have a good day. Well, I'm getting ready to get up out of here too, y'all. Thank you, Cookie. Y'all, nephew will be in tomorrow, but do me a favor. If y'all do got time between, it's going to be 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. Tune in to the digital airwaves, the digital channels of the Joe Lockett Show tomorrow to catch your boy Joe Lockett and Keisha. We're going to be doing our thing at the Filter Coffee Parlor tomorrow. This show has been brought to you by Tamise Creations. Will Burning right now the strawberry shortcake in the building. So y'all know how I feel about you, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being patient with us always. Y'all know how I feel about you, right? Jitem, what does all that mean? It means your boy, Joe Lockett, Denise, and nephew. That means we love you tons. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening.